I'm so stoked to be back here. It's like I've connected with this festival more than any other in the last like 10 years. It's become, you know, my favorite, honestly. I tell everyone that this is the festival to go to in the world, you know, not just North America. I love it. The vibe, the dynamic, the people. Coolest moment, definitely like the Monday morning party that Rich does in Fractal Forest. Last year I came in 2016. I played from like, I think it was 2:30 to 4 a.m. and then you know, just continued to party into the morning. And Rich played from like 6 to noon, and it was all like house and disco, like throwbacks. It felt like a 90s rave. And that vibe to me, with like, there were still like 1,000 people partying by noon. You don't get that anywhere, man. Never. No, I gotta do that. Dude, we gotta do that today.
We should do that today.
Absolutely. I would love to find out what my spirit animal is. I feel like it could be anything from, it's gonna be something really big or really small.
Definitely.
Like a, you know, like an orca or like a rabbit. Oh man, it's gotta be either like, I'm thinking like ASAP Ferg or Tame Impala. That's kind of where my head's at right now. We might. With the medicine cabinet, like a lot of those, I'd spent like 2 years compiling, and it's been about 3 years since I've done a medicine cabinet, and I have like enough content to do another one. So I may just drop one. I think, you know, the thing is, two things happened. I started DJing like even more by using cue points and loops within Rekordbox, and I stopped doing so many pre-recorded edits. Like the majority of my set is I'm just playing like either like shortened versions of tracks that I play or like the actual tracks, and I just cue them in at different points. I like doing a lot of that more on the fly now. It's more technical, so I just stopped making as many edits. But I used to make like an edit a week that I would play out. E-Collie still does, but I have about 25 edits that I haven't put out. So maybe, I'm just saying maybe, sometime this fall you'll see a Medicine Cabinet Volume 2. Dude, the Schomburger, man. There's several. Whipped cream is coming up tonight for you bass fans. In terms of house stuff, though, we've got like the Pagoda. This, oh my God,
going off today.
Soup is killing it with the bookings in the Pagoda this year, man. Everyone on Dirty Bird is going to destroy. Kyle Watson, Fisher, Claude, Justin Martin, you know, the whole nine. I'm really excited though to catch some of the other artists on Sunday too. Like I'm hoping to catch Camo and Crooked before my set. I really love drum and bass. It's like a secret passion of mine. If I were to start another project, it might be a drum and bass one. It's just tough because they, you know, the ability to tour is limited. It's a niche sound. Yeah, drum and bass, for sure. Great segue here. I think it's, you know, kind of the cornerstone of the bass world, but it just goes underappreciated among a lot of the bass fans, you know. And it's not even like there isn't great contemporary drum and bass, because there's so much, you know. It's pretty much all I listen to in the gym. That and hip hop, you know. Well, you know, I do listen to Prescription sometimes. But no, man, if you're like, it is the best high energy music and electronic music. There, you know, it's a beautiful genre, and like only the top like 5 to 10 acts in drum and bass have strong touring profiles in the US. You know, most of their work is like in the UK, Belgium, like some parts of Germany and Australia, and you know, a little bit of Canada and the US. Like, but like, dude, it's hard to have a career as a drum and bass artist. You know, and I want people to like it so we can get more drum and bass artists touring, so we can have more dope drum and bass. So it has changed drastically in the last few years. Right now it is so simple. It's just like I've become very healthy on the road, and I have a lot of like food allergies and stuff now that I cater to, and I don't drink anymore. So for me, it's like, it is as simple as yerba mate, Red Bull, bananas, and water, and towels.
awesome.
Yeah, at one point in time though, when I first went sober and stopped doing drugs and partying and all of that a couple years ago, I tricked it out though. I was like, look man, if I'm not gonna drink, I've gotta have sushi, I've gotta have hummus and chips, I gotta have fresh guacamole, you know, like I had a whole spread. And then I realized, like, you know, for those nights where I go to the club with like 1 or 2 other people, it's like, man, I'm wasting all this food, you know. You know, I love artists. I commend artists who add like a photo of Limp Bizkit, or like, you know, maybe adding a video game system is something I should do though, because it's like a fun way to break the ice with if you're doing like a meet and greet or hanging out with people. That's a good question, man. I'd probably say at this point, maybe like 2000 and dude, it's so hard because I'd either do 2008 to like relive the blog world and like everything that got me started in it, or I'd say something like, you know, 1988 or maybe like 1994 would be really cool. Like grunge scene, like pre Kurt Cobain dying, like rave scene is rampant, you know, you could get the best of both worlds. Paper Scissors Rock in Venice Beach, amazing salon. I go to Andrea Regina, and she's just the best with color. She's awesome. She cuts my hair and she does all my color. We become great friends, and so like it's like this collaborative process. But I trust her wholeheartedly, and she like, you know, each different style she does on my hair is like a different piece. I'm her test dummy for a lot of stuff too, and she has a lot of clients who come in wanting one specific style. But you know, I'm the type of guy who walks in and is like, I need something crazy for Shambhala. Thinking rainbow, and then she'll be like, I got a great idea, just trust me. And she did forward and backwards rainbow on this one, so it looks like the wave is kind of floating through my hair if you look at it from above.
It is amazing.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, and you know, we just kind of like smoke weed and come up with cool ideas, and then do the hair. To the fans of Shambhala, I think you know, people come to Shambhala because of a combination of things, but you know, it is probably the most positive environment in music that I've ever come across, and I think, you know, that surpasses all, and that positivity, you know, is felt on the dance floor and felt in every single person that you meet here. It's, you know, like the closest thing to magic, man. The farm is magic.